All right, in today's video, we are going to take this LaTrax Rally car and we're going to throw a brushless setup at it. So brushed, we're going to do some speed runs, see how it drives, see how fast it goes brushed, and then we're going to change it over to brushless. It's Troy from Roadside RC. I'm here today with Mr. James. Say hi. Mr. James, we are here with his LaTrax Rally. We have been having fun with this thing, really have quite enjoyed it, but noticed the last few times that we've driven it that this brushed motor is probably about at the end of its life. It has been getting hot, very, very toasty, and so it's about time that we step up and go ahead and go to a brushless setup. Now, James and I were talking about it. We're a little nervous. This thing is a handful to drive as it is. If we're really throwing a bunch of extra power to it, it might go crazy.
It might not be able to move. It might go
all of that. So we're going to test it out today. We're going to see what happens. Follow along. All right, LaTrax Rally resetting. Goes to 0. I'm going to put tape across it so that hopefully James doesn't kill the GPS. Mr. Rich would be very sad. Rich D, let us borrow it. All right, Jamesy, street's clear.
We're clear.
All right, go down and back a little bit, James. No, you can't go full throttle. It's too slick out. You got to slowly get into it. Got to ease in.
Can I try it?
This isn't working very hot, Jamesy. Oh my gosh, this thing just won't drive. Oh my gosh. Like, it's literally like... So James, this was not you at all. Wow, what is wrong with this thing? All right, what do we think? So that was very, very bad. Turns out trying to do a speed run, LaTrax Rally in the wet, horrible idea. And it went, hey, we still went 13 at some point. That's pretty good. Now, historically, we've seen this thing, we've seen it do 20. So we'll use 20 as our baseline, but we'll know that today it went 13. All right, boo. All right, so turns out we actually just did a whole series of pictures instead of videos as we took this thing apart and did not realize it. So we're going to give you a quick run through of what it takes to get the motor out of this car. So speed control, so this is the gear cover right here, speed control and receiver sit up here on top underneath this cover. So two screws on each end of this whole cover comes off. The speed control, you unhook it from the motor, pull both of these wires, and then it is attached down with double-sided tape. So that just pops off of right there. You can work this wire, you unplug it out of the second channel, and you can work it through this little rubber grommet right here, and at that point your speed control is completely free from the car, which is awesome. Then you're down to getting the motor out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there, plus this screw. And it looks like actually these 2 screws you don't really need to take out. It looks like those are not underneath it. So really it's 1, 2, and then this third screw over here on the edge of this, and that brings out the cover. This has enough flex in it, this has enough flex in it that you can pull that cover out from underneath it. And then LaTrax does a really good job of this little metal mount that actually slides into a groove here, and so boop, up it comes, and you have one free motor. So now we are here with an old motor, old speed control, new motor, new speed control. We are in process. We can tell that the new motor is actually slightly longer than the old one. James was the first one to spot this. Let's see how much longer it is, James. It looks like about maybe 3 millimeters. It's about 3 millimeters longer. Can looks the same otherwise, so that's all in good shape. Note that these are actually different diameters of screw holes here. So I am guessing the one that we have will only go into... Yep, the stock screws will only go into those big holes, so definitely be wary of noticing that when you put it all back together. Fresh brushless setup in this thing. We haven't even let the loctite dry on it, and we're gonna give it a shot. There's a good chance this is gonna go horribly awry. I don't know, feeling it on the bench doesn't really feel faster. So this is gonna be a very interesting test here to see what happens. Full speed, literally flat out. That was full speed for a good distance too. Full speed. All right, what do you think? Pull it up, you're out of the road, James.
14.
Pull it up, pull it up.
14 or 15.
14, well I'm hoping, since we weren't spinning out, I'm hoping that it should be like 21, 22, something along those lines. Because I mean, that's, hey, we got a full speed, 19 miles an hour. You think it can go faster?
Yeah.
So are you happy with your new brushless setup? You think it's cool? I think it's good. Because hey, look, it drives just like it did with the old brush setup, but yet it's going to be more efficient. Your batteries are going to last longer. It's going to live longer. Like, all that's good stuff. And if we really want to someday, we could actually gear it up and go crazy fast. What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't need to do that though. What do you think?